And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the live and uncut. We are here live for another edition of your favorite YouTube show, the one and only live and uncut. And with this edition, we have, for the final time on our side, we have Mr. Jack Williams as he is prepping at the moment. As we wait for him, we have the one and only butt buddy of YouTube Clout, YouTube's own YouTube. If YouTube had a young husband, it would be this guy right here, the one and only Mr. David 3000.
Hello, everybody.
So, David, how have you been today?
Doing well. I was watching Wheel of Fortune earlier, and I was having some nice St. Patrick's Day dinner. Hello there, email in the chat. And as you can see, this is my new green screen over here. However, my room is not 100% complete, but I'm just using this right now since it's almost finished. And since we have a busy schedule during the week, so that's why.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have in store for today?
Well, we have a lot in the store, but first, David, you had the first episode of Password earlier today.
Yes, I did, and originally it was on Brad Martin's channel for 2 servers, but we're doing a new and improved version on my channel, so feel free to check it out on which it was posted around 8-7 Central, so it's going to be every Wednesday at 8-7 Central, so be on the lookout for that because it's going to be a good show to watch.
Yeah, well, we will be keeping a lookout on for that.
And also, for those who have been following the Writing Room podcast and Hangoutcast, they're doing a thing called the Podcast Wars on April 1st for 3 months.
Well, actually, we've called it the Thursday Night Wars, and you're gonna see a nice little scoop of that earlier, and you're gonna see a nice little scoop of that later on in this fine program. Later on in this fine program, because we have a very stacked show, so stacked that we have to start in an hour, and a much needed 1 hour earlier.
And also a trailer for that, the award thing will be tomorrow or sometime there this weekend. I want to take a lot of my time and effort to it, but it will be sooner than later, sometime by the new week heads next week. That's the timetable. So, and this trailer might be a better trailer than Impromptu Lemon episode 8, but who knows?
Just promoted your stream so that everyone can see your final live and uncut, so everyone can pay attention.
Yeah, I was in the process of promoting, and you beat me by like a slight second because in the servers that you're not in, I was promoting it in different servers that I was in, and like I saw that you were promoting at the same time. I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, we got some cross promotion going on there. But yeah, Jack, this is your final time being on here, and and even though, and I'm gonna say this, even though me and you we had a rocky start, it just proves that it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yes, and I figure it fits the description how you should not start or how you should not end.
Yes.
Is there more to it than that needs to be said about that phenomenal one?
The only other thing that really needs to be said is that we've worked together. We worked together to take on somebody, and it just proves that enemies can get. It proves that people who don't like each other can get along. That's the one thing I've learned from actually both of you two is that people who. Yeah. That if you ever want people to get along, just get them. Just get them to just cooperate over someone who just doesn't like them. It's pretty simple. It's actually pretty simple and pretty straightforward. But final time
Yes.
status is made. Yes, Jack has decided that March 20th will be his farewell stream on you. Will be his farewell for YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
After an over decade long YouTube career, which is something very that is very impressive. That's something very impressive that a lot of people probably will never see in retrospect as a decade long YouTube career. So
That's actually one of the main particular topic that's going to be covered to take you back journey through how I actually started off on YouTube. That among those lines, something that I have never gotten to that particular topic. So that will be explained on my stream, on my final stream anyway, to have that kind of explanation how I started off and throughout the phase, throughout the ages, most of those things. So that'll be one of those topics. And right after that, we could get to the part art that shall not be mentioned out of respect, shall I say. Well, it has not yet been decided because clearly I have spoken to my friend Leon about this because the future of his channel. He's not even sure if he's going to be doing a final live stream on that SOB that shall not be named out of reason. He's not even sure about that because it's difficult. But I actually did promote my part so that way, me and myself, Leon has actually decided to go down the same path as I do. He's still going to be on YouTube, just that he's not going to be rendered as I.
Man, that's so cool, man. See what David's doing?
Oh yeah, David's got his green screen.
Yeah.
Oh hey, we got Brandon. We got the main host of Rant and Rave, Mr. Brandon Martin.
Can I tell Brendan and try to get on? Can I ask Brendan and try to get on the stream so we talk about the podcast rules and all that stuff?
Charlie was here in a second ago. I don't know why he left. He was in here before we started, but hopefully he'll get back in here.
I'll send the invite.
Yeah.
Same for Brendan.
And yeah, if you want him in here, we can get him in here, and we'll take the time to kind of talk about that.
I would definitely want him to come in, and so I'll finish this part by saying this: those who I associate with, those who have been cool, those who I'm cool with, you're more than welcome to attend my stream. Even those who wants to come into my stream, but just make sure keep an eye on those trolls because I don't want any of these fuckers coming after me because the last thing I need. Because the last thing I need is for these assholes, especially these cancel cultures, that are gonna ruin my goddamn reputation over things what I've done in the past that doesn't involve around them. That's the last thing that should be mentioned about that.
Yo, can I say hi now?
Now it's your turn, Tricky.
Yeah, I was about to say hey, Tricky. I'm glad to see that you're here.
Yeah, I'm just here for the opportunity to honor the final episode of this season. And just to get to hang with my online friends, which sadly I don't have any real life friends, but I'm hoping to get some one day.
And this is the final, episode of this season 11 Uncut. We were as this has been going on. We've had with a total of the 5 impromptu episodes we've had this season, along with the 10, with now this being our 10th regular episode, we've now had 15 episodes this season.
All right.
And it has been, no doubt about it, quite the journey. And one thing I always get about people is the fact that why I do these show in seasons. So I figure I take time right now to talk about why we do it in seasons. The main reason we do this show in seasons is so the series itself can have a nice little break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if anything, as much as I like doing this series, I'm not going to do it 52 weeks a year. And I'm not going to do it time after time again. This series, I like it in short. It's good in short doses, honestly.
Yeah.
I think if I did it for 30 weeks, I think a season. If I did it for 30 weeks, just in general, I think people would get easily bored of it. But if I did it for about 5 weeks, I don't think people will get enough of it. And so you got to find that nice balance. And 15 regular episodes the first season, along with 6 impromptus, was a pretty hefty season with 21 episodes.
Mhm.
That's why I actually do say this, and I hate to interject that: quality over quantity. Quantity will never gonna work that way because a lot of people will just easily get bored and they'll call out why the content is absolute horrible quality. So there's one perspective from me that's come for that, especially you as a producer, those who's on the stream.
And also, it also saves people time to plan it as well.
Yeah. Well, granted, I've gotten kind of the script writing kind of down to a process, and I can write a script for a whole episode about 15 minutes. But
on your locking in notebook or whatever.
Oh yeah, I write my scripts in my book. I write my scripts in my book sometimes when I'm at work. So, but granted, because I get it down to a formula now, so it only takes me about 15 minutes or so to do an episode. But
Yeah.
But speaking of Hangman Charlie, here he is.
What's going on, guys? Of course, your soon-to-be world champion of Thursday night podcasting right here on YouTube. Well, we're also on Twitch, too, but still. We're on Twitch and YouTube and all that good stuff. David, you're here, which means it's live and uncut, which means it's return to sex education for 45 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Well, David, just because you're my new co-host does not mean I still can't give you education. Now you have to sit there and listen. It'd be disrespectful.
Oh, okay.
Here he is.
So we have the one and only Brandon Martin, the host of Password and the host of the Rant and one of the co-hosts and co-creators of the Rant podcast. He showed up and he showed out, Mr. Brandon Martin.
There you go. You left the door.
I'm sorry about that.
The guy is so influential. All he needs is a nod. The guy is so influential. All he needs to do is just nod. But that's Brandon Martin for you, ladies and gentlemen. So we have him, and then we have on our other side the one and only Hangman Champion, the man who, by God, stole the world title in his mailbox.
My God.
And he is the one and only Mr. Hang, and he is the one and only. He's the Hangman of the Hangman Outcast.
Yes, of course. I was just on Mr. Money's stream talking shit to Jordan because Jordan has been all too quiet about the whole leaks. So he's like, "What the hell?" He said, "Boy, when I have things of you that can leak, oh, I'm a shock. That's literally Jordan saying. I told Jordan, I said, "Jordan, you're never going to find anything from me because I ain't got nothing to hide, you motherfucker." Yeah. You know what I say to Jordan? To be like LA Knight? I was like, dummy, yeah. So, Mr. Brendan, Sammy Callahan, Martin, what you got to say to the world champion?
I think the fact is, Charlie, you are a fake champion. And another thing with that is...
Hey, you think I'm a fake champion? Look at this belt right here.
more like the crappy horseman you got right here, right now.
The crappy horseman, well, you know, it's held by the world champion, of course, the real horseman. Because, of course, this belt was held by some of the greats, including the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! I think any woman, even the fat ones watching, make him cry.
God damn.
I ain't crying shit.
Oh, did I say you're a woman? I guess if you're a woman, I'll even make you cry. You understand me?
Fuck you.
Oh man, but speaking
fuck me, you witch.
Of Brandon Martin, Hangman Charlie, starting April 1st, we will see something that is going to be revolutionary. in terms of our community, as these two will be going head to head in the one, the only Thursday Night War.
With that crappy new Rant and Rave logo, even oh yes, look at that crappy logo. Look at that beautiful new logo. You could tell the one that had the effort and work on it, and the other one he's like, oh, I'm just gonna take a shit while I make this, and that's what came out.
Yeah, keep dreaming, boy. Keep fucking dreaming. Keep dreaming.
I literally had to tell my guest at my place tonight. I said, I need to come on here to promote. And of course, she saw the video, and she even agreed that the logo sucked.
But yeah,
that logo's a logo, so it's all about what you do. My logo's great, but the show could suck. Who knows? We don't know what we do, but I can tell you this much: even when we don't know what we are doing on the show, we still friggin' draw ratings. I'm the real draw of YouTube now, not this Sammy Kelly, and I'll draw impact for Christ's sake.
But since we have this YouTube on here, I think this is the perfect time to give this little bit of a piece. And so, Charlie, I think this was your idea from the get go to start to go live against Rant and Rave podcast. This was your idea from the start, the get go.
Well, I'll say this. The idea originally was going to be just a one-time thing. I joked with Jordan about doing it head-to-head every week. He got offended by that, thought it was a bad idea. Then I talked to Tom about it partially as a joke, and Tom's like, oh, I think that's a great idea. We should totally do it. So it was the idea, but I didn't know if I should go through with it, and then Tom pretty much helped me go through with it. So you should thank me and Tom. You should thank me for coming up with it, and Tom was agreeing to it, making it, because I value my co-host's opinion and all that. And of course, we'll be streaming on his Twitch and then my Facebook and of course the YouTube channel. So the Twitch thing was his idea with his Twitch. The rest was mine on that end.
As we all know, Tom has a pretty decent following on Twitch. So I think multimedia. So we have some multimedia platforming. Well, granted, we have multimedia platforming on both sides. If anybody really originated the idea of multimedia platforming, I would say, Brandon, you have a huge part in that, I would say.
Yep, that's right.
When was the first time you did a Twitch and YouTube stream and Facebook?
Well, Charlie, the thing is, I know what it is and all that. But I know in my right mind, I know it's in the 70s. I know that we did start.
Yeah, and
well,
also
if it was in the 70s, what, David?
And I came up with the idea.
Well, yeah, Brandon. So give credit where credit's due to my new third co-host, Mr. David 3000, the man of future. Boy. Go ahead, Paige.
So, David, where did you get this idea from? You said episode 70, so where did you get the idea from?
Oh, I just thought it would be a good idea because, I just thought, since they do YouTube and Facebook, I thought, why not Twitch? Because my idea was, at the time, I thought I could stream on Twitch on Thursdays, and then when my 7:30 comes, I'll do a little countdown. So that way I could rave, and my viewers could go to the Rant and Rave on Brandon's Twitch. So that was my idea.
Did you get the idea from me? Because I was the one who started doing YouTube and Twitch.
Well, not really. Not really. I wasn't really thinking of you at the time. I was just thinking of, I could rave, So. That's the answer to your question.
And do you constantly do the raids for
I did it. I did it like once or twice because it was like before my room was getting under construction, and I just didn't have the proper equipment set up 100%. So I did it like once or twice.
But I think the most interesting part about all of this when it comes to you, David, is the fact that you're crossing over, starting episode 40. You're crossing over. Which is probably the most interesting thing in terms of kind of both shows, is the fact that you moved over to Hangman Outcast. Granted, you already had a big following on the Hangman Outcast, but in terms of regularness, I think your regularness for Hangman Outcast now has had to have expanded at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And plus, David's going where the big boys play. He's going to the land of opportunity. He's going to where boys become men. Because I said, David, by the end, he will become a man to the point where he could call himself not only David 6,000, but David 9,000. And his catchphrase is going to be, I'm over 9,000. Shout out to Jonathan Hanna for that.
Oh, hello there, Ben.
We got Bill Winter, we got Leon in the chat. So yeah, Brandon, we've heard about your two new co-hosts, and how happy do you feel about these two joining the fray?
Well, I mean, for this one, Paige, Eric has the most experience in wrestling. I know, and the same with Michael. But he's getting the start of it. So knowing the fact, I know Eric can play out in a role on Rant and Rave. Same with Michael, kind of a rookie and all that. So, I mean, the show itself, Rant and Rave, be a good new era on this. And of course, David would be the substitute host. Either for example, Eric or Michael would not be here and all that, at that occasion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also be on for special episodes.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But I think we do have one question for David, since he's still gonna be a part, I would say, in both shows, and that is, and we may not spoil this yet, but would we see a Rick Rude crossover?
Well, I'll say this. That was what was going to happen before Brandon and Jordan decided to let him go. So he kind of ruined our plans without them knowing. That's why, of course, the whole leaking thing has come into fruition. But besides, I have very good, reliable sources in the community where I get my leaks, but I will not name them for, of course, protecting the innocent and all that good stuff, because I'm a man of honor. I may be a heel a lot of times, but I am a man of honor. Jack, I like that outfit, by the way. Looks very futuristic.
It's actually Fred. Well, not Fred. It's more so likely to be a kind of insulating kind of joint, as far as I can tell. More so having to do with the fatness that is going on with my goddamn stomach. Kind of like a sporty kind of thing.
You're getting fat.
For some strange reason, but when I actually use this, it actually reduces the fatness in me. Not even kidding you. This is what it's called. An insulating a sporty jacket.
So, yeah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you are, Thursday, April 1st, you definitely want to be. You definitely in prime time. You definitely want to be on your phone, on your tablet, on your mobile device, whatever it is, wherever it is. You definitely want to watch Rant Rave, Hangman Outcast. Those two shows, they're going to be bringing it. It's going to be a whole new level of content in this community, as both shows will really be putting it online each and every Thursday night.
And let me give you all what you can look for anybody who's unsure what show to watch if they can't watch both at the same time. Well, of course, you're going to get a lot of unpredictability on the Hangman Outcast. You're going to get a lot of very different opinions. But you're going to get a lot of different outlooks on life. On Rant and Rave, you're going to get the intelligence of Eric. You're going to get the untapped potential in this Michael guy. But then you go back to the two main co-hosts, and these are two dates I could always promise you that you'll see, which means it's predictable, which means that's why you should go to unpredictability. You go on, you see Brandon, and you'll see him say, hot dang it, or, oh, and one more thing. Or you'll see him do a wacky dance or do the little play a holla, holla, holla. And then with Jordan, you'll probably see a drama rant. You'll see a meltdown. You may see him attempt to do a handstand again and fall on his ass again.
Or say something like this. Let me get the photo.
Oh gosh.
Let me get the photo. Hold on. I know where it is.
I know what you're going with, David. Oh my god.
And you're also going to see him yell Mike. You're going to see him get scared easily. You're going to see him make weird faces. And you're going to see him wear sunglasses indoors throughout the entire show. Oh. So that is what you could predict. That is our prediction as a spoiler of every episode of the Rant and Rave podcast. But with the Hangman Outcast, you'll be getting unpredictability. You'll be getting it. And occasionally, I forgot to mention, to give Rant and Rave some credit, occasionally you'll get some good guests, maybe some fine honeys on there every so often. But mainly, if you want the opportunity maybe to see some women every so often on the Hangman Outcast more frequently, well, go on the Hangman Outcast. Don't watch Rant and Rave because it's only occasion that Brandon, which I'll give him all the credit in the world, he scoops up some nice honeys on those shows, I gotta say.
Yep, that's right.
But that's pretty much the spoilers of what's going to happen every week regarding it. And like I said, every week on the Hangman Outcast, after April 1st, we're going to go through the ratings. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, see who won what. So, Brandon, you better not make any privatized so we can't see you, so we can't find out what your ratings are. Don't be a schmuck. Or as they would say, don't be a schmook.
I'm not, you schmook.
I'll say, I hate it and I don't like it, you schmook. And of course, you're still going to see me bust David's balls. Tom busting David's balls. Tom pretend to be David's broken chair. Of course, Tom busting my balls and David busting my balls. It's going to, you think, even though, he is just, the only difference now than before is that David has a lot more power in the podcast. If he wants to remove somebody, well, he really can't, but he could ask me and all that. But yes. Mm-hmm. But but David knows how to abuse his power. I hate people who abuse their power. I hate people flaunting and bragging about how great they are and how much of a big deal they are. I really hate all that. I hate that people just come on and think they're just this big shit because they got a shiny toy or a nice game console or even a great belt, a great championship belt. I hate when people
about yourself. I see. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like when people just hate flaunting that type of stuff all around. It sickens me, But it is what it is, I guess, But we're not a part of that with the Hangman Outcast. We like to be professional and we like to do things and keep it real, for life. If you catch my drift.
We also brought back the Streamlink Pro on the Hangman Outcast.
I did, you schmuck. It wasn't you. You suggested it.
Well, I was
suggesting that a long time before David. So
I was like, hey, Charlie, you should do Streamlink Pro. Charlie, you should do Streamlink Pro. You schmook.
I said we brought back Streamlink Pro because
Hey, if I give anybody any more credit, I will give Paige for selling it to me, because I wasn't going to do it because I felt like it was a waste of money. But Paige actually sold it to me. So if anybody I'm going to give credit, it's going to be Paige for one champion, because Paige is the undisputed champion of Wednesday nights. Well, we don't count AEW or NXT, but Paige is the undisputed champion of YouTube Wednesday nights. And, of course, I'm going to be the definitive undisputed champion of Thursday nights. We're going to be in final record, for the final record, as they like to say. We're going to beat Rant and Rave so bad that they're going to do what Impact Wrestling, which they like stealing their logos off of. We're going to beat We're going to beat Rant and Rave so bad that they're going to do the one thing that Impact Wrestling did back in 2010. They're going to move it back to another day. Who knows? Monday nights are open, so you could always take that spot. We'll give it to you. We don't have no issue giving you Monday nights.
Well, isn't both us on Monday nights?
Yeah. At 5 p.m. At 5 p.m.
I was gonna say, isn't both us on Monday nights?
Yeah, but that's what we do. We did it at 7 my time, so 8 that time. So we just, like I said, we just freaking they just take our old spot. They could really be mentioned in the same vein as both of us now, since they'll be pretty much being the late show to their late show. But like I said, Brendan, I wish the best of luck to you. May the best man win.
Hey,
Brendan, quit giving information to different logos or guests or stuff to different people, because Jesus. You're like 2 days in a row I've gotten great material to do. Like, you need to tighten up in there. The higher ups at the Rant and Rave Command Center are really slacking in their secrecy with all this stuff. Like, I haven't even shown, like, the closest thing you've seen to my logo, my new logo, is an exclusive on Pages, which is still not the broad, big ass saying on here like it was on there. So that's the thing, Like, Brandon, you got to tighten up security at the Rant and Rave Command Center, because people just keep sliding in, like I do with most women most times.
I could care less to comment at this point.
Oh, well, that means, I guess, since if this is a debate, that means I win. That means I'm still the undisputed world champion.
No. Oh, no. You won't let that slide very easy. No.
But we gotta ask this: Will Rant and Rave give Hangman Outcast a run for their money?
Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens.
And like I said, it's gonna, like, probably the first few weeks it'll be back and forth, or one of us could just rail the other one deep in the asshole to where we just can't compete. Who knows? But like I said, it's gonna be like one thing that we have, Brandon, that you could not utilize, that you cannot make like as great. We've got the power of promotion, and his name is David 3000 right over there. Besides myself, because let's be honest here. David 3000 was your biggest promotion on promoting the stuff everywhere, whether it was on Discord servers, my Renegades chat, this or that or the other. Paige, you've been critiqued about both shows. Isn't that right, that David was the biggest promoter of the show?
David always has a thing for promotion, so yeah, that is very much true.
Why? Like, I will admit that, of course, I promote the show, but I don't promote as much as David. So I will say, though, that having him on, and plus I'm trying to promote more, because as the head co-host of the show, since it's on my channel, I gotta have to promote a lot more, which is why I've been doing that. And plus, Brandon, you should be thanking me. By linking this info, I am giving you free promotion, regardless of what of your secret plans being leaked or spoiled. I'm promoting your channel, so you should be thanking me. And before you do, you're welcome.
But we got to keep this in mind. This is a battle of quality. At the end of the day, this is a battle of quality, not quantity. This is about quality. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And hey, Charlie's drinking the same thing I'm drinking, Pepsi Wild Cherry. Hey, that's pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is a battle of quality. This is a battle of quality. If anything, rave as much as that show is getting ready to premiere its 75th episode tomorrow. A huge accomplishment in our community. I don't think there's any shows really lasted the 75, so that's going to be a pretty monumental occasion.
Well, besides both of us, of course.
But 75 episodes for the one and only R&R. So that's going to be a pretty interesting episode. Hangman Outcast will be on episode number 40 coming April 1st. And for the record, Charlie, this is not an April's Fool's joke. This is the real deal.
Oh, yes. I laughed whenever I saw that because we were originally going to do it, like I said, I think it was on the 29th. That was the original date for episode 40. But then I looked because we were pondering what could we do that's big for episode 40, which is why I decided to do that. And I looked at what day Thursday landed on. I'm like, holy shit, it's April Fool's Day. Hopefully no one thinks it's a joke, because if anything, like, I won't be joking on this one. It would be horrible though if I told David, be like, David, welcome to new co-host of Hangman Outcast. April Fools. David, you're fired. You're not fired because you had to be hired. It was an April Fool's joke, just played a little bit early. David, I wouldn't do you like that.
I know.
I like the green though, Brandon. I like the one thing I will say to you though, Brandon. If you want to really compete with the Hangman Outcast, you gotta do one thing and one thing only. You can't cut your hair. You gotta keep it growing. Same with Jordan, because y'all need to have some personality to you.
My hair's a bit long.
Oh yeah, see, Tricky even knows what it is, and he's wearing a Canker Sister T-shirt. So even that's a yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ed and Eddie all together.
Yeah.
With Brandon's Austin 317. That's a cool shirt, but still. Fuck yeah. See, look at that beautiful mane Brandon has. He needs that gives him character. I've seen him and Jordan. Oh, that's fucking cool. Always sunny in Philadelphia. But see the hair and Jordan's hair. I've seen y'all with shaved heads and really short hair. Look like a bunch of jobbers. You look like a bunch of jobbers Sammy Callahan wouldn't even job to. Actually,
I think Brandon with like a nice long hairdo. I think he could really pull it off. He's pulling it off like semi-long.
Yeah,
right
I'll
now.
give him that.
He could pull it long if it goes past his neck a little bit. I think he could really pull it off.
Yeah.
David, I've already spoken about David.
He does all that.
Just let himself grow a nice beard or something so he can look more manly.
Don't worry, Phenomenal. We're gonna get David to grow his hair out and grow a beard. We're gonna get that going by the end of the year.
Oh yeah, let's launch a GoFundMe to donate to help David get some more testosterone.
Hey David, there's a site called Beard, like Grow Your Beard. I'm gonna order you a pack, like a 1 month thing to use to see, so you can start putting it on your face so you can grow a beard. David.
Yes, Charlie.
Yeah.
I thought
The contract that you signed also implies that by the end of the year you have to grow long hair and a beard, or at least start growing one.
Let's see what happens.
Oh,
see, David didn't say no. That's how we already know.
Yeah, like just give him a razor and it'll activate it a little bit. It'll start to activate it. Some people just gave it a little shave.
And no, David, an electric razor is not the equivalent of a vibrator. Don't shove that up your butt.
Oh my.
We're supposed to do this.
He does it. But don't worry, we'll get him there. We'll get him there. I'm already making him a list of 100 movies he needs to watch by the end of the year. And one of the movies that he needs to watch He needs to watch this movie before anything. 1 second. He needs to watch these 3 films right here.
The Human Centipede. Oh, man.
David, you have to watch these. I will literally buy another. It costs you like $35. I will buy you another. Oh God, you're wearing a Red Sox hat.
$35. That's expensive.
$35. You know how much this belt cost me? But actually, it was like in storyline, it was sent by Vince Russo. But no, but you know how much this belt cost me? It cost me like $230. $35. You know how much this cost me, David? If we're gonna talk about expensive shit, you freaking schmook. Give me a second. You know how much this cost me? The Universal Monsters Classics
Here's a tip
cost me $130.
Here's a tip chart. I use my money wisely.
Ooh.
I use my money wisely too. You know, like this is the last time I'll have money this good in a while. So I decided to keep. I had all my bills paid off. Excuse me, the only thing I had to pay off was my internet. I paid it completely off, and I paid a month ahead. But I bought me some games. I bought me some movies. Bought everything just so I could, you know, because I always tell people when I pay my bills and when I feel broke sometimes I get a little sad, you know, and think, oh, I wish I had some money. I have a full refrigerator full of groceries. I've got my bills paid. Everything's good. But then whenever I feel down, I come in here. I look at my pops. I look at my World Heavyweight Championship. I look at my games. I look at my movies. And then all's right in the world.
Welcome to live chat.
Who's in here? So much salt, Charles. Hey, Dan, I heard you were cheating on us. You were cheating on me, Tom, and David.
Well, mostly you, to be honest.
And Brandon, let's not forget the biggest flaw with the Rant and Rave compared to the Hangman Outcast. We are the true Forbidden Door. Like AEW talked about being the Forbidden Door. I am the true Forbidden Door because you never know who's gonna come on the Hangman Outcast week in and week out. You may see your regulars, you may see Jack, you may see Tricky, you may see Phenomenal One. And then there's other times like this past week's Hangman Outcast where G4L Truth Rambler came on, of course, the Hangman Outcast, and will probably be coming on more frequently on because, you know, my Forbidden Door, unless your name is on the short list of banned people, my Forbidden Door is always open.
Well, actually, shouldn't that be more Blacklist?
Yeah, Blacklist. Yeah, Blacklist. Yeah. But yeah, so my Forbidden Door is always open, especially to the women. But that's a different story. Which reminds me, I need to go take care of some things real quick.
Ouch.
So with that being said,
Ouch.
I will be going to hop somewhere if you catch my drift. But I will see you all later. Y'all have a great day or a great night and stay healthy for an even better tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, everybody. Yeah.
All right, so that is the one and only. That is the one and only future. That is the one and only Mr. Sex Education Teacher himself, the one and only man who probably wishes he was in a better place than on the internet right now. The one and only Hangman Charlie. Anyways, let's take this time and let's talk about some more important. Let's take time to talk about something more important, something that we all can kind of relate to in some form, some kind of fashion, and that topic is tribalism.
Tribalism. Yeah, this is always what really perplexes me. Not really, but it always does something that none of us can even acknowledge up to at a later point in time. We see what the hell's going on with ourselves if we're even a tribalist.
Yeah, tribalism. Basically, tribalism, if you don't know what tribalism is basically brand loyalty on steroids, essentially. Basically, people who basically flop to one side and pretty much stick to that side to death. It's something that has pretty much been in society relatively since the beginning of time, and something that will almost relatively be a big part in society. And
And
it's a very
players of baseball such as steroids.
and with our season finale live uncut right now, I think this is the perfect time to address the concern of tribalism, as I think each one of us have seen tribalism in different ways. I know, Brandon, you being into wrestling, I know tribalism is a very big part of that community. No doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
David, you being our one and only baseball enthusiast, out of all of us, I'm pretty sure you've seen tribalism in some form, some fashion.
Oh yes.
Jack, you're into a lot of things, mostly video games. I'm pretty sure tribalism has taken some form, some fashion in the video game community.
Yes, it always does, especially when it comes to that a lot of these morons. Well, what can I tell you? These motherfuckers are actually tribalists, and it just does not. And this has to take into account that these idiots within the gaming community, it doesn't matter how you want to view it, they've always gone woke. They always go woke, and they are absolutely becoming an SIWs, no matter how you want to look at it, to push that goddamn agenda. Something that I'm not even gonna go there. Just saying out loud.
I'm actually gonna head out for a little bit. I'll be back around after to do your shopping.
Very well. But
The one and only David 3000 exiting the building.
Yes. But I've recently looked at the brand new content in regards to this actually has to be the one that's taking place in Chinatown. And get this, Payday 2, which I actually recently took a look at, but it fucking annoyed the hell out of me. I don't know what the fuck am I supposed to do in a stealth aspect, because it gives me the problem with the timing. I'm supposed to look at the clock, and yet I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. This is what really pisses me the fuck off. And you gotta steal the dragon statue. As if that wasn't as if that kind of relega is not old enough to be in San Francisco or even in China. But that idea, in and of itself, I actually do kind of like it, and it even includes two of them, a Chinese outfits. One is wushu, and one is a triad. The triad are the motherfuckers that you truly don't want to screw around with, especially not in video games. But
from GTA.
No. Well, kind of, but this one is entirely different. Again, it's Payday 2. The one.
Just making a reference just to lighten up the mood.
Yeah. But I always have a bit of a nag robbing a bank, robbing a statues, you name it. Payday 2 is essentially the ones that you rob a bank, cook up a meth, drugs, sell drugs, kill the fucking mobsters, and especially the drug lord of all.
Not the people to fuck with, huh?
What?
Not the people to fuck with, huh?
Payday gangs is always the one that they're gonna fuck around with, and that katana as well. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that is a pretty wicked katana, but tricky. I'm pretty sure you've experienced the form of tribalism somewhere, wherever. I'm pretty sure you have.
Yeah, I think so. Before, I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of unfamiliar with tribalism, or maybe it just forgot. My memory's fucked. Maybe I just forgotten about it.
Mm-hmm. Because the one thing with tribalism is that being on social media, it makes you a very easy target to not only to be a victim of tribalism. It's a very easy thing to be a target of, because there's always.
Okay, that I do know. I actually do know that.
The fact that the tribalism, I think, is easily effective for most people, and that includes us as well. Whenever we do specifically talk about things, especially on social media, it doesn't matter which one it is, Facebook, Twitter, you can name all of it. there's always going to be a lot of people that have that tribalism mentality of theirs and could go around and just this actually you can't even compare. You can somewhat kind of compare it to the real life version since the dawn of time. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be another one that has to go toe to toe with someone that they don't like, someone that don't like it, and they oppose their goddamn opinion, and that actually stands from their ideological standpoint.
Yeah, which is why it's very important that we take the time to really discuss why tribalism is very, very dangerous.
Yes,
and in lots of cases, actively kills fan bases in certain communities.
Yeah. I actually have been there before. I think I talked about this before when we were in that stream from last year when we were talking about how some communities and can be bad and shit like that. Yeah, I actually have been there before. Not sure if I can talk about this again because I think I've talked about this before, but I'm trying to think of a different topic that's a good example of tribalism. But the best example I can give out of tribalism will have to be the people at Tumblr.
Tumblr. God fucking damn it. I mean, I've experienced people that a lot of people have and there's a lot of fucking degenerates out there in Tumblr. When Tumblr collapsed, because keep this in mind, and I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say this because you're streaming on Twitch as well. These degenerate fuckwits allowed to post the pornographic content over there on Tumblr. This is when Tumblr started to panic, and all these motherfuckers and all these tribalist degenerate fuckwits on Tumblr really got panicked because they had to shelter themselves over to the goddamn Twitter because Tumblr has completely banned posting any pornographic content, even child porn, or should I say, CP.
I thought we're talking about tribalism here.
But yes, we do actually, because this actually does kind of ties to tribalism.
Okay.
But what I would say all these idiots within a Tumblr, because I haven't run any single idiots on Tumblr, but at least I saw some individuals who go around on Tumblr making a particular stupidity, a particular rant. So it doesn't matter which one it's going to be, whether it be YouTubers, Twitteries. That's a kind of that's a mouthful. Facebookers, also mouthful, and Twitch streamers. Doesn't matter how you want to look at it. They always go around saying stupid goddamn shit, and they spread a false rumors that it's not even true. And yet these fucking fan base actually support their standards. Something that is so ungodly. That's so ungodly. Untruthful. It's so fucking disgusting how these fucking fan bases, the certain fan bases as you mentioned here, phenomenal one, how these certain fan bases destroy someone else's another fan bases just so they could actually ruin their goddamn reputation that's based on no evidence, no fucking evidence. Mm-hmm. That's where the tribalism stands from. Well, all these fucking they spread fake ass narratives, fake ass rumors that doesn't even come true for that. And if they want to make that goddamn tribalism, they want to fucking argue with somebody else. They don't fucking like it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, I actually do remember this. Does the Vic Mignogna situation count?
What was that?
I mean, I'm asking, does the Vic Mignogna situation count as tribalism?
I don't know what that is. That's why I was asking. What is that?
Okay, so basically, there's this voice actor named Vic Mignogna who's been a lot of shit back in 2019 because one of the four voice actors slandered him, stabbed him in the back. The four voice actors from the Funimation dub of Dragon Ball, and they falsely accused him for being a sex abuse predator, I guess. despite, and they even like they never came to the police about it, nor do they even show any proof or information about it. But then, Funimation, they just kicked him out anyway, despite that being slander. Ironically, one of the people that still works at Funimation is a pedophile, but kept him. But we're not talking about him. But yeah, a lot of people were pissed off. So yeah, they just ruined his career.
Yes.
Yeah, but know about it. Tribalism is something that actively is something that will hurt any community, no matter how small or big the forum is. It's something that can easily divide people up. It's something that can easily lead into some real life incidents. In some cases, it can lead to big problems. And social media is, I would say, probably the biggest influencer of tribalism, because social media, it's an easy platform to use. Social media is an easy platform to use, but with that easiness to use, it is also can be a potentially dangerous and hazardous place to be a part of. And if there's any community, I think that really represents the dangers of posting your content out about it on social media. And Brandon, I think you'll easily agree with me with this on this. It is the wrestling community.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh man.
God.
Especially because on Wednesday nights now, we have NXT going up against AEW on Wednesday nights, and the allegiances that people will make to each show sometimes can be straight up insane.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because lots of times we live in a world where instead of having two great programs, we have to have two divisive sides on these opinions, and we have to have one side always talking about how their side is always better than the other side. And for anyone who doesn't know this, it almost creates these mini gang wars in the communities between the fans. And sometimes these lead into some real life altercations.
Yeah, like that individual though. Oh my God, I'm not gonna get into that.
Because don't get me wrong, the wrestling fan base is one of the most devoted kind of fan bases ever. You can actively shit in their face each and every week, and they will still come back wanting for more. It's one of the most active and the most loyal fan bases you can ever see once in your life. But it can also be one of the most diverse fan base. It can also be one of the most dividing fan bases, and sometimes one of the very most demoralizing fan bases you can ever partake in. Because it doesn't take much to see people fighting about this in a comment section, or even a basic comment section. It doesn't take much for people to just fight about wrestling. It really doesn't take much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the saddest part. A lot of these YouTubers does that kind of shit. And even in the wrestling community, and although I haven't been part of the wrestling community, I just want to make that clear. I have never been a fan of wrestling nor WWE. Just want to throw that out there. I see those type of people. It doesn't matter which part of eras you were in. Ruthless Aggression, Attitude Era, or any of those eras that you were part of in the wrestling community. That just shows there are some loyal fan base to that, but there's a detriment. That's the word that you should have looked at for. It is detrimental to this every single fan base that you can think of. And anyone that comes up, oh, but you're fucking so stupid. You should have been on our fucking era, the Ruthless Aggression era, man. All these fucking fan bases, and I hate using this term. They're fucking fanboys. These fucking fanboys within the comment section on YouTube, Twitter, anywhere you can think of, they always come around and say the stupid shit, and they give no valid explanation, no arguments to provide what their actual claim is coming from, especially if they've been around the block. And this, I hate to say but this all stems from the fact that a lot of people haven't done their research, even if they have been around the block. When when the WWE was around. I hate to say this, but do your goddamn research before you make, before you do attack one people or another who makes their goddamn opinion. Doesn't matter how stupid it does not matter if you're in the right or wrong. But if you keep on going or attacking someone else's opinion just because you don't fucking like, you get offended. Oh, no, I don't fucking like your goddamn opinion because it's our goddamn favorites and we're gonna destroy your fucking favorites. Ah! No, fuck off. Just fuck off. You're no position to make such either a demand or you're not in a position to attack somebody else's opinion just because you don't fucking like it. That again, like you said, this all comes through tribalism and all these fucking idiots that influence them. That just gives them a bad mental image, and this also has to come into play. That parents have not taught them how the social media influence can actually potentially make them dangerous. This is one of those type of things that parents should have thought about that. And I cannot believe I'm saying this for number one. The kids have not been raised properly by their parents on how internet is a bad thing to use. Something that a lot of people should have taken that into consideration. Now, look at me. I've noticed a lot of shit when I first joined on the internet in 2008. I noticed, and I can say this flat out, I was a bit of a dumbass 12-year-old kid when I said, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you." Man, I was such a dumbass kid. I'm not even lying to you. This is what happens when you act like a dumbass 12-year-old kid. To be like that. But I realized that is all a part of the influence that has given me a bad image. This is why I'm going to discard it in its entirety when I'm gone. Never to be heard from. But you got to take it into perspective. This whole tribalism, it didn't really affect me that much, but when I started to notice what the fuck am I doing, that is when I noticed, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to admit this flat out here on your stream, I did sense some of a tribalism within me, but you got to take some of the control, you got to control the effect of your tribalism, because when you unleash that tribalism, you're never going to be the same person you were. This is why some people are so technologically attached to computers, phones, tablets, most of these. You can name any of it. And they really going to go around and do stupid shit like this. They post something, they should not be doing it. You're a bad influence to most other people. And this is why you got to take it into consideration what you're going to do. And even some of the psychologists who would actually understand how did this technology could easily affect you, even though go outside that much, even especially if you're a hacker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But we go back to just our main point of just how divisive the wrestling community is, because I was looking through this one Facebook page and it only took me about 3 comments to get to get a fanboy, to get someone calling somebody a fanboy comment. It did not take
What about the 90s kids? Do they, because I'm thinking they actually do, some of them do cause tribalism too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
anyone can really cause tribalism. All you gotta do is call some, especially in the wrestling community, all you gotta do is call somebody a fanboy, and pretty much that's.
I actually bring this up. I don't mean to cut you off, but I actually bring this up because the majority of these 90s kids, not all of them, but the majority of them, they always say dumb shit like, "Oh, my childhood is better than yours," and shit like that.
Something that you can make it at that point, and this is something that should be taken into used as an educational purposes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought 1990s, they were a good decade. I wasn't born in 1990s. I was born in 2001, but I heard a lot of good things about it. Yeah, it does look like a good decade, but I just don't like the way they treat people who were born in other generations and shit. So, but go on, Zach.
But this is one of those reasons why this must be taken as a educational purposes. How you should not act like most of these idiots that have been acting. And if they would consider this as an invasion of children's psychological mentality, so fucking be it. But you got to understand that these children, especially the 90s kids, because I was born in the mid 90s, I didn't act like that. I didn't act like those most children had. Would I even say, oh, my childhood was better than yours? No, that would be just disingenuous. And that would be just an act of tribalism. I don't even want to think about that. But you have to understand, this must be used both as a science and the other is for the educational purposes.
Yeah, another big example of what the fuck am I saying? Another big example of 90s kids is when they say shit like, well, actually, what they would do is that they defend everything from the past and they would bash everything that's modern.
How about that?
Well, I would say that's more so. I wouldn't say that's just 90. I wouldn't say that's just 90 because I would say that's more kids like way back before the 90s who would just bash on anything that's new. And like it's something that we kind of see a lot. We see a lot in a lot of communities is like, a lot of like resistance of new things. It's, especially I think in one way the biggest example of this is politics, I would say, is the resistance of new ideas and new ways to do things. Politics, in my opinion, is the biggest example to do things, especially here. Jack, you don't know really so much about this, but more so here in the U.S. is one of the biggest examples of resistance of new things.
The liberals and
politics.
Say it.
And because we literally have whole political parties designed on resistance of new eras.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See,
yes.
Want to see an example?
What is the example?
Hold on. I had the picture. Okay, I found it.
That was quick.
Just screen share it. And here we go.
Okay. Now this one here, I can recognize. Left is the Democrats. The right is for the Republican.
Mm-hmm.
That's political tribalism.
Yes.
Oh, no doubt about it. Because no doubt about it. That is political tribalism right there, and because if anything, our political division has always been a huge issue in our country. Is the fact that we how politics can easily split people, can easily cause huge rifts amongst people. It doesn't take much statements to really cause a lot of problems and a lot of clashing in terms of politics wise, which is why politics is now such a huge issue here in America. We're not going to go too deep into politics. This is not a political show by any stretch of the imagination. But no doubt about it, tribalism is definitely something that plays a huge effect into that, because people have their loyalties, they have their sides that they want to be aligned to, and there are other people who have other sides that they want to be aligned to. Difference of opinions is something that is always going to happen, no matter in what world you live in. There's always going to be someone who has a different opinion, and that, of course, in everything is fine. I always say we should not be pressing our own opinions onto other people. We should be creating more diverse opinions, and we should letting people be able to express their opinions freely without pressing them onto them, trying to make them believe your own opinion in certain circumstances.
Oh yeah,
yes.
I would like to bring up one more example. Not to go all political, but I think the best example I can bring up when it comes to political tribalism is the Biden supporters who bash on Trump and the Trump supporters who bash on Biden. I see that all the fucking time, and that's really annoying.
And it just does, and no always does. But all that aside, well, not all that aside, I could certainly see. Oh, there's the Annie.
Oh, hey.
Hi, everybody.
Look who showed up. I'm only Danny Lewis.
Hi, everybody.
You made it to this very monumental episode.
Yes. So, what I will say is this: all this we need to reach to a common middle ground where we can actually at least reach to an agreement where we don't have to divide ourselves, where we don't have to divide each other ourselves. Otherwise, if we can't reach an agreement, there's little point to discuss about it. So to them, they just not would want to agree. Rather, they just want to destroy everything that we built for. So, what more do I need to say?
Yeah, very, very, very much agree. Very much agreed. Very much. And
Yes.
but anyways, Brandon, how is so Brandon, the first episode of Password premiered today.
Yeah,
That was
it
a great.
is. Yes, it was pretty good, Danny. Yes, it was.
I'll be right back.
All right. Password's going to be successful and all that, besides the two other servers, which I will not mention. But, this will be successful, and we're going to do more tapings on this coming Friday. I'm not going to say who the champion is, though. I'm not going to spoil anything, but you'll have to wait and find out. Because, yes. And I know who's the current champion right now at the moment, but like I mentioned, I will not spoil it till you see episode 2 next Wednesday.
Yes.
I mean, Passwords, like I mentioned, it's going to be successful. I mean, along with many other game shows like, for example, the Money Vault, Andrew's side of Gold Rush, many others.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be looking forward to seeing seeing more Password.
And you should
definitely
look
something that we're
forward to
definitely
seeing more lingo from my end. But the only difference is instead of filming it on Discord, we're going to film it exclusively on Zoom.
Oh yeah, well I do think that Zoom is better for calling in terms of calling and chatting.
Yeah.
Than Discord is, so that'll be interesting, and that'll be very much interesting. And seeing Danny do his thing once again, playing Lingo, I think out of all the games that people have done Lingo, I think you have the best series of it.
Oh, thank you, yes.
Considering the fact that you can actually do a decent job at hosting, that alone,
I try
anyway. That alone put you above some people. I know Tori was an absolutely lousy host.
I remember that. Well, it doesn't help that his internet connection wasn't too stable either.
Oh yeah, that will cause problems too. But oh man, he was loud. I watched one episode, and when he said, "Oh, I can't, I don't have time to describe," like he said something like, "Oh, I don't have time to describe the rules of the game." That alone just made me like, "Oh god."
Oh
yeah.
Nah, man. Nah.
But yeah, you from that one season you did from that one season of Lingo that you did, Danny, you did a pretty competent job.
Yes, thank you. And we I wanted to do 20 games, but 2020 just kind of ruined that, so we did 8.
Oh yeah, that definitely would have whimpered. Unless you probably could have done maybe some 1-player games.
Yeah, I prefer 2-player, honestly. That's more my style.
Oh yeah, but you could just use the excuse of COVID.
Yeah, but we're playing on the internet. We're not playing in person. There's no need.
Yeah, you had to do some social distancing on the internet.
No.
But instead of 6 feet, it's 6,000 feet social distancing.
Yeah. Hey, you see that picture though? That's my bowling team, not social distancing.
Oh man.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, hard to believe that we're already halfway through this month of March.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't really feel like it, to be honest.
All right, I'm back.
All right, Tricky. But yeah, we're halfway through the month of March already. It's insane.
Yeah, you know, not gonna lie, I kind of hate it when time flies. You know.
Yeah.
But with COVID, it's made everything completely different.
But you know what's really funny, though? Here's a fun thing when it comes to this. This is actually kind of popped out of my mind, right? Yeah, it actually made me think that I'm essentially a time lord in the real world, in this world, for some strange reason, allowing the time to go faster. Didn't anybody thought about that?
Yeah, the thing is, I just find time flying irritating because I'm trying to enjoy myself, and it's really pissing me off that it has to go faster and faster. And then the day's over, and now I have to, and then another year.
Well, you can enjoy yourself plenty when you're a guest on Live and Uncut.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you gotta make the best of yourself when it's the perfect opportunity to do it, because you ain't got much time left. Because honestly, you're probably gonna regret it.
You gotta make. Yeah, life is short. You gotta make the best. You gotta make the best of everything while you can.
Yes. Sometimes you just gotta make do what you gotta do. Otherwise, you're never.
And I think we know more than a few people who have failed to do that.
Well, yes, that.
Oh, yes.
That as well. Honestly, the only thing I could wish I could improve on my channel is that if I could have continued doing Warfare, but little do I had any idea, my time was winning and my popularity is just starting to wane on me, and I don't think I can actually move on. I don't think I could actually progress any further making any further content on YouTube. And that mostly stems from the fact that there's been too many restrictions that YouTube has made, too many things that they're censoring people's truth. They're being, how should I put this? They're demonetizing every people's channels that has anything to do with the political or that is extremely controversial. And that is one of those many reasons why I cannot in good conscience be on YouTube any longer than I need to. So those anyone who has not heard of me, that's why I'm actually going to be doing a final stream. As I said, March 20th is my final stream. That is why I will say this one final time. March 20th is my final stream. Everyone is pretty much invited to be on my stream except a select few. I'm not going to bother mentioning it because they know who they are. Just say, hey. So that is why I have made my decision, and Liam will definitely go down the same path as I do, because his ranting days, and he said it to himself on his stream yesterday, his ranting days are coming to an end.
Very much. Well, that's very much understandable, because in the fact that you've done, like we've said, we've done YouTube for over a decade now. So ultimately, there's only so far you can go.
Yes.
In terms of content creation, and there's a point where you eventually kind of, you reach your peak, and then it kind of just falls down from here. It kind of just falls down from there, and there's not much left that you can really go and really do. And eventually, there's a point where you just gotta, you just gotta make a decision. And ultimately, I think you've made that decision to where, like, this is it. There's not much, there's not much left I can do. You feel like there's not much left for you, so much on this platform. And hey, everybody comes to a point in that life, whether it's whether it's on YouTube, whether it's a job, whether it's a certain person in general. Like, we all come to that point, I think, in life in some form or fashion. So that's why, like, on here, I can say, no doubt about it, Jack, if I don't see you on Saturday, no doubt about it, I wish you the best. Whatever you're going to do, I think you're going to be successful in it. You have passion, you have intrigue, you have a drive that, this community, it's going to miss it. But no doubt about it, you're moving on to greener pastures, and I can certainly respect that.
Yes, certainly so. This is why I'm closing down my chapter of being a YouTuber, because I would not try to pursue any further. Because, like I say, it's mentally drains me when it comes to particular dramas. It's always a left and right, so it's not really that easy to get up with that. That's mostly that because of certain individuals that's been pissing me off, who's been hounding out one of my friends for the past 3 years. And that's rather unfortunate, but at the very least, anybody who, even if we do move on from the green pressures, you gotta keep this in mind. Anybody on the internet decide to be an asshole enough to be a cancel culture type of individual, to cancel us for no particular reason what we have done in the past on the internet. If they tried to be like an asshole, just get the fuck out. Doesn't matter which political affiliation, doesn't matter which part of fan base you are. You just need to get the fuck out. You, phenomenal one, and especially Jordan, is why they claim I've earned their respect.
I'm surprised Jordan's not in here.
What was that? This is tricky.
I said I'm surprised Jordan's not in here.
I wish Jordan was here, but I'll say this flat out. This is more than I would have wished for, but given that I have earned their respect more than I could have wished for, I'm indebted. But you always have to look into things that no matter how hard it is for you to go with, especially if these assholes are going to be like that. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, whatever. That's just one of the other things. If you want to move on to the greener pasture, which is what I'm gonna do. Take it from me. I've done enough service to be on YouTube, even if it wasn't the best decision or the best actions I've made here. But at least I've done enough service for me to be around, to assist somebody who has been dealing with issues who had problems with someone behind the scenes. Take it from me, because I rather stay in the shadows rather than just say in the public. I'm just saying, hey, that's because it's always like that. I shall not become an individual who I swear to be, because look at me, even as I admitted here, I may actually be a bit of a narcissistic individual. I swore the one that I absolutely hate the most is who I ended up being with, but you gotta control the level of your narcissism. It can never go away. So I believe one of the individual, I believe it's called, yes, Dragon. That's it. Shout out to Dragon. He was the one. And the CTP as well. It's never going to go away. Narcissism is never going to go away. You gotta make sure to control all the level of narcissism. It's either that or nothing. You gotta make sure of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Danny, you just so you're starting a new job in a little bit.
Yes, actually, I start. I'm gonna have at least a training day tomorrow. So tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Central Time.
Okay. Well, look at that. The one and only Danny Boy starting a new job. He's finally going to get out of being a restaurant host, which he's been wanting out for quite some time.
Well, tonight, you should have seen it tonight, St. Patrick's Day. The amount of phone calls asking, are you guys serving the corned beef and cabbage? Yes, we are. Yeah. And it was just crazy.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Oh man. When you work in restaurant retail, like you don't understand like the stupidness that people will have. Like you just don't understand how stupid some people can be.
But yeah, it's fine. But I'm still gonna have the restaurant up for maybe at least a couple more days.
Yeah. Understandably so, but yeah. And
now I got a question. Brandon, what do you do for a job again?
I am a public address announcer.
That's actually a pretty cool job.
It is. I mean, it's a very easy job, but the con things of this, you gotta have to pronounce the first and last name correctly on each roster for like the teams for both the home and the visitors. So there's a backside behind that. But overall, it's an easy job to do and all that.
Is the pay good?
Minimum wage, yeah, not bad.
Okay, well, at least it's not nothing.
Exactly.
As well say, yeah, as long as it pays the bills, it's adequate.
I wanted.
Yeah.
I was hoping that you don't just do it for free, because I know some people do that.
Yeah.
Like certain things, like certain jobs, like it kind of sucks. Like you have to work for free, kind of just to get that experience, which can be very kind of rough at times.
Oh yeah.
But you know,
yeah, like I mentioned, it's like I kind of did that for like senior year and all that of high school. You know, I did it for free. Then after that, after I did graduate high school, then I finally get a paying job to do so.
If I would be a guy, I would actually want that some of you, whoever is in the fan base, would actually work a commission based job, something that you get what you're paid for, and that is during your job. Doesn't matter how many doesn't matter how many days or how many hours you get paid, or even weekly for that matter. If it's actually possible to earn that, whether you work for a furniture store, a computer store, a technological store, just about whatever, to have a commission base, and you would actually have a fantastic job there. Something that a lot of people haven't considered about working something that a lot of people haven't considered working for a commission based job. Just some tips.
Mm-hmm.
oh god,
Oh my God, Adam. Oh my God. Look at Adam's comment.
I saw it. I'm not going to address it. It's just
I know.
That's just gross.
Why?
Save that for your state fair or something, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Look who showed up again. YouTube Cloud's butt buddy, David 3000. Oh, he was here, then he left.
He'll get back momentarily.
Yeah, he'll be back. It's David.
Yeah.
He's like that one pimple that just won't go away.
I hope that comment didn't drive him off. I know.
Oh, by the way, you know who I miss on stream?
Who?
Man, like I miss Spyro. That's my man right there.
Oh man. Oh yeah. I kind of miss Spyro too, but Spyro's doing his thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he does his art actually, as far as I'm aware. Him and I are cool, believe it or not. After the whole debacle we had from someone, I'm not gonna bother saying it, and I do miss him. He's actually kind of a good kid from what I could see, doing his art, believe it or not.
Yeah, we the best thing we have like in common is that we both like terrain of magical expertise. It's a show on the internet, by the way.
I'll say.
So who thinks that the vaccine is just gonna cure the COVID and everything's gonna be normal in 2020?
Oh, hey, look who showed up, Mr. Beauregard.
What the fuck?
Ew.
Hey, Randall Beauregard. It's been a while since we've seen you. How have you been?
He had some pickles
Very good.
yesterday.
Is that a toy you have?
If any Nickelodeon fans out there know this,
Yeah, I know that. That's a KCA blend, isn't it?
Replica. But still a nice replica worth $45.
Oh, you made that?
No, I bought it for $45. That's
Oh, where can you get that shit?
it was on like etsy.com.
Oh, it was on
Etsy.
Etsy.
Yeah.
Speaking of YouTube clouds, but buddy, our pimple that just won't go away. It's Mr. David 3000.
Hello.
Keep on leaving,
And David
man.
thinks he's gonna get rich on Etsy.
Yeah. By the way, I certainly have glad that and stuff is on my phone. If things don't work out, I'm gonna put out my head off.
Cool. What did you say, David? I couldn't hear you.
I said if I have difficulties on my phone, I'll be set up for the night.
Okay.
That's all.
Got you. Okay.
Just want to make sure that I hear it clearly.
Okay, else we got here? We got Curious George.
Oh God.
Am I gonna get canceled if Curious? No, never mind.
I have
Oh,
no questions.
oh God! This just makes me think of it as when I think of this. I don't know how well you could see it. The city that I have a physical one, but this one here is a fucking Diablo from Blizzard.
Hmm.
This city case right here is what dreads the fuck out of me. I'm not even kidding you. Just thinking of that in my mental image just reeks the creepiness and how diabolic this monster is. No pun intended. No pun intended.
But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about because I know some people have been wondering about is what is going to be on the channel in place of Live and Cut. Keep in mind this is our season finale, so that means Live and Cut will be gone for a few months, but we will be back in June. We'll be back in June. I know that's the month of me and Danny's birthdays, but we'll be back in June.
Oh yes. We'll have a big.
Came right in time then.
You could do
Yeah,
it
we're right back in
too.
June with a new summery feel, a very summery season of our program. So I know many people are wondering what is going to be in the very old place of the one and only Live and Uncut. Well, for one thing, we're going to be bringing back something that a lot of people very much liked, but something that we never really got to do much. We're going to bring it back, and it's going to be on a new night. It's going to be on Saturdays instead of Sundays, and it's the one and only the new and revamped That's right. We're bringing back the lounge
Yes.
on Saturday nights instead of Sundays, mainly for a couple of reasons. One, because Sunday nights I just never said we get done, but we're bringing it back and we're moving it to Saturdays as a
I wonder if
regular
I'll be
occasion. Yeah, Saturdays at 8:00 Eastern, 7 Pacific. We're bringing back the one and only lounge. So that's also gonna be coming to your channel. We'll also be doing just a lot of different stuff. We'll be very experimental. I think that's the best way to describe the next 3 months or so on the channel. You just won't see Live and Uncut, but you'll see you'll see content. I'm not gonna go on a Hangman Charlie upload. I'm not going on Hangman Charlie upload schedule where I do like 3 different videos a day or so. But there will be content on this channel, but I will say there will be content on this channel nonetheless. like if you haven't seen my latest Corrupt Pastors video, be sure to check that out.
Yeah, number 45.
And I should say this: I hope you will have someone who will be your co-host for the lounge too, while you're having a bit of an experiment. Have someone who could actually who has a good chemistry between two of you, something that could actually work out well for the both of you.
I might start co-host application, so we'll see that down the road.
You should get a Jay Houston to co-host. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God, no,
Oh,
not
heck.
Jordan's White Knight. Fuck no.
Heck no. Heck no.
I need someone. I need someone who will be good banner. I would, Danny would have been one of my first few draft picks, but Danny, we already got Lock It In together. So,
Yeah.
You could do like Trevor does, you could do like guest hosts and test them out and who would say
maybe, like I said, we are accepting lounge co-host applications. And we'll probably be giving some trial runs.
Yeah.
Because I think the lounge was probably my most sought after show.
Really?
For the 4 episodes that we've done, it's been the most sought after show, so it made sense. It only makes sense to bring it back and continue to do the series, and to bring in more content. Not only bring in more content, but bring in a different perspective to Live Uncut, because I consider Lounge in a way a spin-off of Live Uncut, as crazy as it sounds, but in a way it kind of is. But it's taken a life on its own, which is crazy to say.
It's time. It's time to get at your spin-off shine.
Well, I would say more it's time to bring it back. Considering the fact I can't even think about the last time we've done a lounge, and not only that, but the spin-off created a spin-off in the Kevin Nash debate. So in reality, it's held a lot of weight for only 4 episodes. Which,
and I gotta say that we gotta get a Lock It In episode recorded for this month.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get an episode 4 in, no doubt about it. Because our goal was like 10 episodes.
There's probably no one heard that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if our goal was 10 episodes, we've done 2 so far. So yeah, we'll get 1 for this month. So yeah, we're gonna continue on our good old trend over there.
Yes. Well, I suppose my time is actually coming just about up, and I'm gonna post a link into the private chat so everyone can see, so everyone can mark their calendar. So, like I said, March 20th is my final stream. Better mark your calendar, gentlemen. You'll probably regret it. You're probably gonna regret it if you don't attend to my final stream.
Already set up the bell.
Except a bell.
Yeah, the notification bell.
Yes. Because you have already set a reminder. Some of them who has been subscribed to my channel would have that reminder on. So that should be clear enough. Tricky, you sly motherfucker.
Yeah,
sly motherfucker. Right, gentlemen, I must take my leave, and I shall see you on my final stream. So, for now on, I'll be seeing you there. If you don't attend it, what can I say? You probably might regret it, but I hope I'll be seeing you there.
I'll do my best to show up. I did see what time it was at, so I'll keep that in mind. Be sure to post it in my server when it happens. That's, I think, my easiest way of getting a notification.
Is anyone hearing the music right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was just playing 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oops, that was that.
Nah.
Okay.
It's not the actual video. It's just a song. You've been X'd.
Well,
I would say, real question: why would you play that?
Because I actually just want to pull a prank on people. Because I actually I want to be like my idol Jamie Kennedy, and because I actually thought, oh, what the fuck? You're actually playing the actual video? Then making them think that I was actually playing the video when I'm not. It's just a song from YouTube.
Well, David, if you want to look up Two Girls, One Cup, wait until you're 18.
Gotcha.
Or
Well,
how old is David?
Or never.
Never. That works for you.
I never saw the actual video though.
Actually, I don't
Right.
think I did either.
I have in some ways I have like a forbidden rule. Like you have to in some ways, if you talk about it, if you bring it up, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You have to have watched it. That's like my forbidden rule. If you bring it up, you gotta watch it.
Oh yeah. Oh, so if you're wondering why I said you've been X'd, yeah, that's a phrase. That's just like when people just got pranked, but except the phrase "you've been X'd" is from a show on the WB back in the day called the Jamie Kennedy Experiment. Very good show, by the way. I recommend watching it.
I've heard of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know who Jamie Kennedy is. He was like back when the wave of prank shows was popular, like Punk'd and the Jamie Kennedy Experiment. That was one of them. Yeah.
oh god.
He actually did a skit. I think he did a skit on the set of the Donny Osmond Pyramid back in the day.
I think my favorite skit from that show was when he was setting up a kids play that's not actually meant for kids, where he was playing as Ben Franklin, and it's the part where one of his mates, that's the best way to put it, one of them were like, "Your gal, I've been hitting that since 1775." Yeah, you should look it up. It's very funny. And they also include a rap song to it. And one of the school staff members actually thought that this play is legit.
Jesus fucking Christ. Now I gotta revisit. Now I gotta revisit and rewatch the Punk'd one with the Ashton Kutcher, because that's the only thing that instantly came to my mind. So thank you for reminding that, Danny, because you're the one who just brought that up. So, Gesundheit, or should I say, bless you, phenomenal one.
Thank you.
So for real now, you gentlemen have your fun. I'll take my leave, and I'll give you a notification for my final stream in your server from now on, and I'll be seeing you there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Take care, gentlemen.
You too.
All right, he's gone.
But yeah, Tricky, you never watched Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah, I never. Except for some of my friends on Discord. The thing is, I actually found a website where it has the actual video. I didn't watch it because all I saw was the thumbnail was just the two girls kissing, not the shit and all that. I actually heard everything about the video, but I never watched it. But the main reason
I was gonna say, don't spoil it. Oh man.
But I'm not going to spoil it because obviously I never watched it.
Well, yeah, I was supposed to say you can't. Well, you can't spoil it.
I actually sent them the link to the video just to hear their reactions, and and I was in that Discord call back in 2019, and I thought it was funny.
Forget the cup. I would just rather have two girls at this point.
Yeah, just two girls. I would rather have lesbians making out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. You know what?
Well, they are. Well, the thing is, they are, but
yeah, they are.
But there's an extra layer to it.
I just think that I don't even want to. Since I never watched the video, I don't want to imagine what this video is like.
Well, we should do a live reaction to it.
No,
we're not.
I don't want to talk
Twitch
about
is going to take us down.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about this.
Okay.
Let's talk about something else.
If we were doing this off stream, that would be a different thing. But we're on Twitch right now, so Twitch is gonna
record a reaction and make that a Patreon only video.
Yeah, someone's got to donate. Someone's got to donate if you want to see us haunt Tricky or David. Someone's got to donate.
No comment.
I would rather watch this masterpiece.
I rather watch. I rather. I rather play WWE 2K20 or um uh yeah or play the game rather than seeing that reality video.
WWE 2K20, one of the best games. Nah. I will have to play it. I'm gonna play it one of these days if I have to go to someone's house if they have it or
You have to get a PlayStation first.
Well, Danny, considering the fact about how much I've heard you high, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you just haven't played it for someone yet.
Well, they don't have WWE. They have like freaking Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort and some other stuff.
Oh,
They,
I was talking. Oh,
I
I was
know-
talking about. Oh, I was talking about the. I was talking about the other thing.
Oh no, we didn't watch that video while we're high now. I may suggest it. I may suggest it next time. It seems like a good idea, honestly. But
Mr. Burt Mason, how you doing?
But the crazy thing about that video, and I'm sorry to talk about this even more, but that's actually a trailer for a movie.
Yeah.
The movie is called Hungry Bitches.
Yeah, I actually read something like that on Wikipedia before.
Wikipedia has a page about that.
Yeah.
I'm
Hungry
surprised.
Bitches.
Wikipedia doesn't even have a page for Tourette's guy. Remember Tourette's
The
guy?
thing is that it's made in Brazil.
No.
Well, I will say this though, Dan. The reason why they probably don't have a Wikipedia page because in the description, especially on the last course, like 35 on Christmas Eve, they said, the way said she wants to be known as the guy, like in public and stuff. So.
Yes.
And they played that video on an episode of Family Guy. And they had Stewie reacting to it.
Well, they didn't actually show the video. They just showed the music and.
Well, of course they didn't show the video. Well,
of course.
But you didn't word it correct. You made it sound like.
I'm just laughing right now because I'm looking back at some of my favorite reaction videos to Two Girls One Cup itself.
Oh man, if you guys haven't seen the reaction videos to those, the reaction videos are so like naturally just hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna. That's a good idea. Next time I get together with the boys and we do that, then I'm gonna say, hey guys, we gotta watch Two Girls One Cup, and go live on Instagram as we do it.
Really?
Oh man.
Please don't do it on TikTok.
I'll put it on my Snapchat story. It's a private one though, not the public. Anyway.
Yeah.
Tourette's guy and
if you put it on Facebook, you'll get Facebook too.
Facebook, no way. Yeah, we're gonna play WWE 2K20, and then we're gonna.
I was surprised. I was surprised that that was even brought up.
Dude, I just found when I was searching on YouTube, Two Girls One Cup reaction compilation. I just found out that there's an animation based off the video itself.
I know someone made this Two Girls One Cup. It was like something on ice or something like that.
There's also a video called "Watching Two Girls One Cup While Eating Ice Cream."
Yeah.
Yeah, don't watch food when you if you're gonna watch that video. Don't eat food while doing it.
Or else you'll starve to death.
Unless you're Danny and you just like to eat those brownies.
Yeah.
Nah.
All right, so I'm gonna.
That'll be perfect for too, Danny. Just play the video and just give them a brownie while they're watching the video.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna get some water.
All right.
By the way, I'm going to do something.
But I might just start. I might start. I might start like a little watch party kind of thing. You guys bring YouTube video. You guys bring whatever YouTube videos you like. We come here and we react to them for a good amount of time.
I'm I'm actually I'm actually not quite too sure what time, either um tomorrow or sometime by next week. I'm gonna make a teaser trailer for the Thursday night podcast wars type of thing. Um, so we can do it there, you know. And we can use that voice channel for like premiere videos. And I am planning to do the highlight reels for the Ranking with podcast. So if you want to look back at the old episodes, you can just watch the highlight reels.
Yeah, I was about to. I'm about to say. Let me make. Like, I'm gonna make like pretty much this is how it's gonna work. Like, cause I'm pretty sure everyone in here is part of my glorious server.
Yes, it's glorious.
Yeah, it's the most quietest server you can ever have. Let me 1 second. We're gonna make a section. Watch party.
We'll do a watch party.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Don't you already have a watch party?
I have an after party, but that's not the watch party. The watch like I'm making a text channel for it so you can post your videos in the text section. Yeah, that way if there's something that you want to react to, if there's something that you want to like react to for like the watch parties, for the live watch parties, just put it in there. And then let's say about Friday or so, we'll actually no, Friday I think we're taping. So maybe can't do it tomorrow because tomorrow's rant and rave. Friday, I think we're taping.
Yeah, Friday night we're doing password.
Oh yeah, you guys are doing passwords, so yeah. Saturday's actually I can do it this Saturday. We'll do lounge next Saturday. We'll start lounge next Saturday, and then Saturday we'll start watch party. And then we'll probably move watch party maybe to Tuesday. Probably move it to Monday or Tuesdays.
We could do a watch party this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably upload the teaser trailer on that day to be. I want to put my time and effort to that, so I'll upload the teaser for the podcast boys on that day.
But yeah, like post the well, like if there's a video that you want to be part of the watch party, whether it's a video you've seen before or something you've never seen before, post it in the watch party section in my server, and come Saturday we'll be reacting to them. Simple as that.
After wondering what's on camera, yeah, I'm just taking pills, so.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. But with that said, I think that we are at the perfect place to end this episode. We'll probably do an after party. We'll probably do a little bit of an after party. In fact, we're still relatively. It's still kind of relatively early. It's not late.
Yeah, it's 11:23 where I'm at.
Yeah, same here. So yeah, it's relatively early. We'll do an after party for a little bit of time. We'll hang out off the scene, hang out behind the scenes, off the cuff. All that fun stuff. And until then, we'll see you guys next time on the channel. But then, until then, be sure to check out Tricky, Brandon Martin, Emo, and Yasha, David Dawson, and the one and only Mr. Danny Lewis, wherever they are, very much respectively, on their YouTube channels and their respective social medias. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.
Yeah.